we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Burrow on 3rd down. On the left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Hey, Can.
Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Big 13. 11 coming.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 50, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Trying to improvise. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
Set around the goal line.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Come on, ready?
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Buying time to his under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally bring this one back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the run is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the offense offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 44. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely
can't get away, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They hand this off to Harris. give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll toss to Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, it's Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 117 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a first down carry for Harris. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as it takes us down to about the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they... And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On third down, Burrow. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Here's Griffin on the catch.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
11.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best